Hello, hey y'all. So welcome to my Crochet Amigurumi craft book part 3 to kind of show you the rest of my craft library that I have with my Crochet Amigurumi books first, and then I'll show you some other little goodie craft books that I have, or crochet, knit, sew, embroidery. So I'll take a sip of coffee. So welcome back if you've watched part 1 and part 2. If not, I'll leave the link down below just in case you're interested. I did have someone reach out to me and ask me if I could show some of the books that I have in my library. And so this has been a fun journey. I've enjoyed doing this. I've enjoyed looking through my books as I talk to you. Also, I've enjoyed just remembering what books that I have. Some books I forgot that I had. So let's just go ahead and get started. For some reason, I'm, excuse me. For some reason, my throat wants to be dry. So let's go ahead and get started. So I think with the second video, I left off with some of the books that had dolls in them. So here is another one that I have, is Edward's Crochet Doll Emporium. Flip the mix and match patterns to make and dress your favorite people. This is by Carrie Lord. Edward's Crochet Doll Emporium. This book was gifted to me, I believe, my husband, because it was on my Amazon wish list. I saw Jeanette on Crafty Clegg show this book, and when she did, it's like, I need this book in my library. And it's basically what it says. You can flip through. So you get a standard body, a standard head, and then you can flip through different ones and add different shapes, different clothes, and different hairstyles. I'm not being very graceful showing y'all this. And so this was a fun book. Look how fun. So this is a book that I've enjoyed working out of. I did make a doll out of this book. And there's so many different characters that you can make. And then you can mix and match the hairstyle, their clothes, make them your own. There's a section back here with all different type of headwear. You can make a pirate hat, a beanie hat, a pointed hat, a surgeon's mask. You can do a tiara. You can do a mask like Batman mask, hero mask, a beret. You can do a chef's hat, a jockey's hat, a cowboy hat, astronaut's hat. You can do a top hat. And here's another look at some of the makes that you can make from this book. So it's very cute how you, well, very cute. I love the way that you can just mix and match. Say you've got a chef in your life and you want to make a chef, but you want it to have maybe ponytails or pigtails, or you want it to have hair that stands up. Maybe you want to give them a beanie. You can do it with this book. So you have a bride and groom. I do plan to make other things out of this book. You have a mermaid and a merman. And here is some more characters. A jockey, a chef. You have a guy that looks like he has Carhartt overalls on. And you have a bald-headed guy. He looks like a professor. And then you have either a doctor or a nurse, and some other cute little designs here. So you definitely can make it your own, especially if you have a child that has a certain color hair and likes, maybe they like cowboys, or they like jockeys, or they like whatever kids like. Kids like all kinds of things. All kids are different. And they also have where you can do a section on different types of hair. And I was trying to find the section where the body, so you can do a standard doll, and you can do it with an advanced body, or you can do it with an easier style body. And I think with the advanced head and advanced arms, with advanced head, there's more shaping, and I think you get the detail for the ears on that. And then with the head, oh, sorry about that scraping. I should have had, oh, sorry about that scraping. I should have had these bookmarked for you. But you can also do different skin tones to make it more personal for you or for someone that you're making it for. So I guess this pattern can be as easy as you want it to be if you're just starting out to do a band. Oh, so you have a standard body, and I just saw this. You have a basic arm and you have an advanced arm. And with the advanced arm, you're getting the little digits, the fingers, and with the standard, you're just getting like that. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it to you, but this is a fun, good little flip book. Mix and match however you want. And I did make a doll. I made her using the standard body, standard arms. I think I did the advanced head, but I didn't do a very good job on the ears because the other side, the ears like way back here. But I did her a couple years ago, I believe, and I do have her on my Instagram, and I do have a video where I share her, and my granddaughter loves her. It's such a fun and easy make, and their little belly, their tummy. Toph is known to have little tummies on their animals or their dolls, and she is adorable. And I did the tiara that's in the book, but I went ahead and made it into a headband for her hair. Such a fun make. I would recommend this book. I don't remember if it's in UK terms. I'm thinking it may be UK terms, but you may want to read the fine print before you get started. I'm thinking it might be UK terms because it is a Toph, and I think Toph is from across the pond. So I would recommend this book, Edward's Crochet Doll Emporium. It's flip and match. And they also have one like this that's for monsters that is really cute. You can mix and match the monsters. And I need to put that in my wish list because I would like to have that in my library also. Also, I have another book from Carrie Lord. It is Edward's Menagerie, over 40 soft and snuggly toy animals to crochet patterns. Now, I believe she's recently updated this book, but this was like maybe the first generation or the first volume. I don't remember what you call it when you have a book that gets a first publication, maybe. I don't know. I have to research that. I don't remember. But this is a cute book. I wanted this book. I had it in my wish list. My husband got it for me for Christmas last year. And I just love the vintage look of these animals. They are adorable. It's not your standard cutesy plushie, but you can choose the different types of yarn that you want, and you get just a vintage looking animal, and I enjoy it. I did make the bunny. I made Emma the bunny. I'll show that to you. Let me see. And she does have different levels of difficulty. The level 1 goes to level 2, I think because of the color change, and then level 3. So you can start however you want. So this is Emma the bunny. And it just reminded me of a sweet little velveteen rabbit. Just a sweet rabbit. And I did do Emma the bunny. And I believe I used I think I have a video out on her. She's also on my Instagram. I believe I used a tweed yarn from the Dollar Tree. It was an easy make, just taking time to do all these stitches for the belly. See the little tummy? Sweet rabbit. So this one stays on my fireplace, not my mantle, but you know, on the bottom there, we have that step up for your fireplace. She sits over there in the corner, and from time to time, my grandson will come through and grab it and love on it. He'll love on a ball of yarn. He's so used to Mimi's makes. But so, yeah, I thought it was cute, and this is a book that I love having in my library. Even though I've only made one item out of this book, that's been kind of my goal, is to make at least one item out of every book before I buy more, but I've bought more. I'm not going to lie to you. There's the back. So yes, there's more in here I would love to make. What will I make next? I don't know. So many cute little ones. And sometimes I want to make something. Let me see what yarn I have. Or I'll look at the yarn that I have. I'm like, oh, I want to make something with this yarn. What can I make with this yarn? And let me show you the monkey. And this is where I'm sure you just got to love the process. But that's adorable. Isn't that cute? So this is Blake, the orangutan. All right, so moving right along, another book that I've enjoyed working out of, and I'm happy to have in my library. Also, I have many Amigurumi animals, and this is just the animals. I believe there's another book by the same author with sea creatures and birds, but I bought this while I was on a trip because I needed a small project to make that I could do really quick while I was on travel that wouldn't call for a lot of stuffing and yarn. So I got this, and I did make this little dog out of it. Isn't that adorable? Look how little and sweet. Did not take long to make it all. I believe this was with a 4 worsted weight yarn, 3.5mm crochet hook, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I do have him on my Instagram if you want more details. And I will post the video down below where I talk about this little guy. But they are cute. Mini Amigurumi animals, 26 tiny creatures to crochet. And I show you the little dog that I made. I would make more animals out of this book. Oh, here's a gallery. Right there. Can y'all see? I'm just curious how they would do with Plushy yarn, Premier Parfait chunky yarn. They should do fine. Oh, and that's the little dog right there. Oh, I can't show you. It's just patterned all the way around. But I would make more out of this. Like I said, it's made to be tiny, so you're not going to get the detail that you would get from a larger pattern, but just a fun, quick, easy make. Look at the elephant, the little bear. So if your Amigurumi needs a toy, I think this would be great to make as a little toy for your Amigurumi. Say my little Toff doll needed a puppy. I got a pattern for that. So they would make cute little toys and accessories for your Amigurumi makes. And if anybody's made them out of chunky yarn, chenille yarn, let me know how it worked up for you. So this is another one. I'm glad that it's in my library, and I would like to make out of it again. So many makes, so little time. Also, a lot of people have been working out of this book, Whimsical Stitches, for the Amigurumi World Tour that's going on, that's hosted by Cassandra from Craftably Ever After. I made this well. I've actually made this well several times. I've made it in like a blue chenille from Dollar Tree yarn that's actually sold at my market. My grandson loves this one. I love the color change, and I do have a video out where I tell you more about this little whale and the yarn that I used for it. But y'all seen, this is the Amigurumi book that's been heard about around the world and has actually traveled around the world into many states here in the US. I've actually worked the jellyfish out of this also several times for my market, and I've taken jellyfish to the bakery, and I'll post a picture of that. Also, looking through this book, there's things that it's like there's pie. I can make pie. There's donuts in here that I can make to take to the bakery. There's macarons, cookies, a bunch of little baked goodies that I can take. I think would make cute little gifts at the bakery. So this is another book that I'm happy that I have as part of my library. The whale that I worked up, the jellyfish that I worked up was very easy, quick, easy makes. Well, not necessarily as quick as some, but not as long as others either. But you can kind of look at a pattern and tell if it's, look at the details, look at how many stitches are involved in the rounds, how it's going to be. I think this right here would be, this little octo would be a little bit tedious, but then you have this cute little cupcake that would just probably make up fairly quickly. So another book that I'm happy to have, this was a book that I bought for myself, actually, because I wanted to do the world tour, Amigurumi World Tour, and yeah. So I know I haven't been telling you the authors of all these books, but I'll leave the links down below. This one is Lauren Espy. Also, another book that was gifted to me from my Amazon wish list, I believe I got it for Christmas, is the Magical Amigurumi Toys 15 Sweet Crochet Project by Lily Lease. And this is another book that I have enjoyed having in my Amigurumi library. I've worked out of it several times. The first one that I made while I was on travel was the tiny bear. It is adorable. This too will also make a great accessory for one of your amigurumis. Say your doll needed a sweet little bear to snuggle. And look how cute. That would work out great. And I will leave the description down below. Oops. Leave the description down below where I talk about this bear more in detail. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you now. I will leave, if you have any questions about anything that I've shown, I will leave it down below. If I have a video on it or if I have it on my Instagram to give you more detail, and I'll leave the descriptions of the books down below. How's that? Then I won't be repeating myself over and over. But here's some more makes on the back. Also, I made my cool cat from this book. You know, I get the feeling sometimes I got yarn. It's like, what can I make with this yarn? And I go looking through my books and I saw this cat. I'm like, this cat is meant for this. I believe it was a retro jewel yarn that I used. And he was such a fun make. Actually, it's called Streaky Cat. And he sold at my market. I do need to make another one. Maybe I could do another one in retro stripes. Now, you know, I'm not going to lie. It's not a quick make, but it's an easy make. You can do it. So with a striped yarn like retro stripes, you don't have to do, I wouldn't, now you may want to do the color change, but that's not my favorite part of crocheting is doing color change. If it's your favorite part, then go for it. But I think a retro stripe, or I did the stripe, jewel stripes, I believe. I'll leave, I'm not going to say, one more time, I'll leave the description down below. But there's also other items in here. I think I would like to make, the sweet little bunnies are in here. The tiny bear, oh, there's the tiny bear right there. And I'm sure I'll work out of this book again because a lot of her stuff in here is whimsical and not your standard cute plushie, but whimsical cute. And sometimes it's fun to do whimsical cute. And this monkey, look, I need to make that monkey. I'm not big on felt. I'm kind of intimidated doing felt, cutting out and stitching felt. But you know what? I believe I could do it. I believe I could do it. I just have to slow down and stay focused. I don't know if there's a pattern for that, where you can cut out the felt. I'm not going to go and research it right now, but if you've made this monkey before, let me know, because I just realized her face is cloth. All of that's cloth and felt. If you made this monkey, let me know how it went. I would like to make her. I think she's adorable. So this is another one that I'm happy to have in my library. The little pony. Just cute. Bunch of little cute whimsical. So this is a great one if you want something whimsical. Little mouse, little bunnies. There was something else in here I was going to show you. I'm like, oh, look at that. The little microphone. If your kids want to be a rock star. I know my little man, my grandson, he is a little boy and girl. That's cute. My youngest grandson is role playing, very imaginative about things. Little bugs. This would be cute if you put a little rattle in it and make that a baby toy. Do some embroidery eyes. All right, so on to the next book. So yeah, this is Magical Amigurumi Toys. Love it. Made several things out of it. I recommend this book. And then another one that I got that a lot of you have probably seen and worked out of, because it's all of you, my YouTubey friends that work out of this book. I believe Crochet Mom for Life has done some things from this book. And I'm like, I need this book because look at this little kitty. This is called Crochet Cute Critters, 26 Easy Amigurumi Patterns. The cat that I did was really easy. I would recommend it, especially if you're a beginner. And you know what? If you're not comfortable with that color change, you wouldn't really need to do the color change. You could just start with the one color. But I think it's a great chance to learn color change technique out of this book. Now you do learn sewing because you do sew these on. But I made my cat a little different, and I'll post a picture up here, by sewing the limbs in different places. So I gave it a little bit different look. Also, I think in this pattern, she tells you at the end of the row to chain one, and I didn't do that. I just worked in the next stitch in the round. Yeah, so if she's telling you to join to the first single crochet and chain one, I didn't do that. I think other YouTubers that talked about this book, they did not do that either. So this is a cute book. I would work other animals from this book. They do make up fairly big. Well, the cat that I made did make up really big. It was, let me see if I can find it in here. It sold at market. I took her to market, my little garden cat. I took her to market and she sold. And I do have a video on the cat, but let me, for reference right quick, let me look and see if I can find it. Also, along with books, I have a lot of patterns on Etsy that I've worked out of. I've enjoyed working from. And I need to make myself a goal not to order any more from Etsy until I make up what I have, use what I have. So I love this cotton yarn, and I used a 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. So I'll put a picture right here, and you can tell I placed the arms and the legs different than what's on the pattern. And of course I've crocheted her little apron because she's a little garden cat. But this is a cute book, a fun, easy makes. If you need a beginner-friendly book. But like I said at the end, don't chain one. I just continued to work in the round, and I did not have an issue. And there's other people that talked about this book. They've enjoyed it, and I do look forward to making other things out of it. I'm just looking at this little owl is adorable. Isn't that cute? And it looks like instead of doing color change, this is sewed on, and I like that. I can sew on better than I can do color change. So another one that I'm happy to have as part of my library. And yeah, so I would recommend this one also. Also, I got this one it was on my Amazon wish list. I got it for Christmas. I think my oldest daughter got it for me. Dress Up Amigurumi. Make 4 huggable characters with 25 outfits. Wow. So I did start this I believe I started one of these little creatures while on travel. And I was having some issue with the middle, like in between the 2 legs. I was having a little trouble understanding that. So sometimes I'll do that. I'll put it down and come back to it. But check out Lee Mack. She has made beautiful things out of this book. I think it's one of her favorite books. So I've yet to complete anything out of this book, but Lee loves it and her makes are beautiful. So I would recommend this book just because Lee has made beautiful things out of it. And Lee is the reason why I bought it. But I'm sure once I pick it back up, I won't have any issues. But that's just me. Sometimes I'm very visual and reading and trying to put a picture with what I'm reading sometimes. It doesn't always connect, but I can put it down and come back to it later. So I do look forward to finish making my makes from this book. And I think I was doing the little fisherman bear is what I was working on. Yep, because I got a little ribbon there holding my place. That's what I was working on. So another great book I'm happy that I have in my library. Dress Up Amigurumi for 4 huggable characters with 25 outfits. Wow. Also, y'all know I had to buy this one. Yep. This is the Aquatic Amigurumi book. It's been in my Amazon wish list for a while. And of course, Nautical November gave me the perfect excuse to go ahead and buy it because Boris the fisherman was in this book. And this book is nothing but beautiful. Every single item is gorgeous. Boris was easy to make. It's a lot of stitching, but fairly easy to make. I was really surprised. And there's so much more in here I would love to make. Also, if you've seen Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, Lee from Lee Mack, Pamela from Ginger Cat Crochet, they've been making from this book also. You want some more inspiration, go check them out. They've been using this book from time to time. Look at this. I want to make that. But I also want to make so many. The little seal. I want to make that. Also, this little mermaid. She's got to be made also. So I'm glad this is in my library. And so book number 2 is what? Guess what? It's on my Amazon wish list also. Yeah. Because the mermaid on that is beautiful. I want to make that. So many makes, so little time. Also, another one that I bought this year, Little Happy Circus. I watched Julie from Kay's Mom Crochet. She made the elephant, which is adorable. I need to make. I also made the little circus bear. He's got his little home back here. And I will I do have a video out on it. So I would recommend this book. It was a fun, easy make. And there's other items in here I would love to make also. Another book I recommend. Another book I'm happy I have in my library. I would like to do the elephant. And a little ballerina. The lion. The ringmaster. A lot of cute little makes. Also, there's a pattern in here if you want to know how to do a garland. You got the little bunting garland you can make. Even if you don't want it as part of a circus theme. Just a cute little whimsical. Love the style that the animals are made in. They have the little hourglass, not the hour, the pear-shaped body. Look how cute. So another one I would recommend for sure. I'm glad I got it. So Little Happy Circus, 12 Amigurumi crochet toy patterns for your favorite your favorite circus performers. So I've enjoyed working out this book also. Another one I have in my library, guess what? A Year of Granny Squares. Yes, I have been participating in that. I've kind of been on a break, but we've been on a break, right? A Ross and Rachel break. We're on a break. No. So I did make several things. I do have a set of squares that I made from this book. There's a couple that I've rejected because I was having issues, but that's just me, y'all. I'm sure you probably won't have any issues. Now, this is not your grandma's. This is not your Momo's granny squares. But if you stick with it and focus and pay attention, you get these beautiful details. So this is a year crochet along hosted by Jenny from In My Spare Time Crochet. She does a beautiful job making the squares and she's offered to help. But I just haven't had time to ask questions about it. But it's also, I know myself, if I put it down and come back to it when my frame of thinking is different, and I can focus, I usually can knock them out fairly easy. Not fairly easy, but I can usually do it. And so it comes with a written pattern, also comes with charts. And I would recommend this book if you want something different. If you want to do a blanket, a throw, a pillow, a purse, and you want something not your normal granny square stitch, but you want to do some beautiful squares, definitely try this book out. All right, and then also another one that I bought. This came as it was in my wish list, and I believe I got it for Christmas. This is another 3D granny square book, and when I saw it, I'm like, that's so pretty. I can just like whip up some cute little blankets for the grandbabies. I've yet to work out of this book. But Nanny Moon's Crochet, go check her channel out. She's doing a beautiful job working out of this book. And yeah, she's done an amazing job. So one day when I get one of those retired jobs, I can sit down and work from these books. But you never know. I have yarn in my stash. I'm like, ooh, I want to make this. And then I'll just start making beautiful squares. There's a food department. There's an animal department. There is a ocean department. There is a insect department, a flower department. Just a fun book to have. And I'm glad I have this in my library because I never know when I may want to work on, maybe just do a square to put on something else that I've made. I never know. But I can't give an honest review of this book, but check out Nanny Moon's Crochet. She's been working out this 3D granny squares, 100 crochet patterns for pop-up granny squares. It's fun and colorful, and I really like it. I'm glad I've got it in my library. I just have yet to work out of it. Also, another book from Caroline for the Love of Crochet showed this book, and it's called Cute and Easy Crochet. Learn to crochet with 35 adorable projects. And when she showed this book, it's like, I need this book in my library because it has just a little bit of everything. Everything that you might need as a gift for your home. Just a good book to have in my library. And I've made the flowers from this and sent to Cindy at the Roomy Mill a while back. But that's all I've made out of this book so far. But now looking through it, it's like, there's other things in here I would love to make. You can do pillow covers. They have a baby department. They have a home department. Pillow covers. And just a bunch of other cute little things in here. They have chapter 1 starting out. There's blankets. There's seat cushions. There's egg cozies. Ow, paper cut. Blankets, seat cushions, egg cozies, cup warmers, little hats, bags. They even have amigurumi in here. Little teddy bears. Just, I think if you wanted like one book, you haven't bought a book yet, and there's this one book that you want to get to start crocheting out of, I think this would be a great book. Jar coasters, jar toppers. So for those homemade jams, I think it's adorable. If you want to gift a jar of candy, jams, I think that is great. They have teapot covers, toddler hats. They have ties for your windows. I think this will probably make a pretty good bookmark also. I'm going to look at using that. Runners for your table. I think this is overall, I mean, I was excited when she showed this book. It's like, I need this book. You know, you want a baby blanket pattern? There you go. And the flowers, now I haven't made anything else. The flowers that I made, the directions were fairly easy. So keep that in mind. I haven't worked out of this very much, but I'm excited to have it in my library. I think this is an all-around great book to have. Baby bibs, you know, babies go through bibs like crazy. Baby slippers. Then if you get more, so it's in sections, confident crocheting, so you get a little bit more secure in your crochet makes. They give you other things to make. Yeah, so I was excited when she showed this book. It's like, I need this book. I need, because it's just, so you want to do a gift. You need a baby gift, and you have time to crochet a couple of bibs to go with some little baby shoes. Fun, easy make. Fun gifts. They have washcloths in here. Yeah, so I would recommend this book. I'm glad I got it. Caroline from the Love of Crochet showed it, and there you go, little garland, buntings to decorate. You can do a little floral purse that would make a great gift to put a little card in it, and some lipstick, chapstick. So yeah, cute and easy crochet. I recommend this book, even though I haven't worked a whole lot out of it. It's just an all-around great book to have in your crochet library, especially if you're starting out and you're looking for that one book. If you've worked out this book and had any issues with it, just please let me know, or leave a message in the comments. Say, hey, this book I didn't have great luck out of this book, because I hate to recommend a book for like, yeah, this is a great book for beginners when I've only done the flowers, but I didn't have any issues doing the flowers. But to me, I think it's a great overall starter book. Or if you're been crocheting for a while and you just want a group of patterns in one place with some gift giving ideas, homemaking ideas, I think this is a great book. Also, I think I bought this book from the library. From time to time, the library will do book sales, and this is called Crocheting School, a complete course. Looking through this book, I would recommend it. I'm not sure if it's still available like through Amazon, but it goes through showing you all type of stitches. You can do a ribbon border, a background pattern for Irish lace, You can do borders. I know there's times when I would do a blanket and I'm looking for a border to go around, and I would YouTube borders. But then there's embroidery, and showing you how to do embroidery over crochet. Doing geometric shapes. Yeah, I would recommend this book. I think it's great to have in the library to refer back to from time to time. Broomstick lace. This right here. That's the type of crochet my mom used to make afghans out of, and I need to learn how to do this because that's what my mom used to do. She's going to show me how to do it too, but I think if I look it up on YouTube or try to understand it myself, sometimes I have better luck that way. Plus, we're both busy, so stay tuned. I do want to do that too. It's called broomstick crochet, or it's called broomstick lace. I didn't realize this was in the book, but yeah. So I think this is another great book to have in your library. I saw something about showing you how to increase and decrease Afghan Tunisian crochet stitch. So yeah, if you learn visually, if you learn through reading and following directions, I think this would be a great book also. I purchased it at the library and I've enjoyed working out. Well, I haven't worked out of it. I'm looking forward to referring to this library. I've enjoyed looking through these books with y'all because it's like, oh wow, I forgot I had this. Also, this is not crochet, but it is knit, Amigurumi knit. I was gifted this from one of my YouTube friends, and I cannot wait to work out of this book. Knitted Wild Animal Friends. Yes, I'm learning to knit. I've knitted a few things, and I want to be good enough. This is my goals, to knit some little animals. So this is Knitted Wild Animal Friends. Over 40 knitting patterns for wild animal dolls and their clothes and accessories. I look forward to making something out of this. Yeah, I'm so excited to have this in my library. Also, I have A to Z Embroidery Stitches. I have not worked out of this book yet. When I was learning to knit and crochet, I was learning to embroidery. I just got a bunch of hand type projects to do, wanting to learn something. And I've yet to work out of this book, but I'm glad I have it. It's a good reference guide on embroidery. My mom does a beautiful job. She embroiders beautifully. And so one day I will pick this up again. I've done a few things, but I don't think I've referenced this book. Maybe I have, I don't know. But also, a couple more books. If y'all been with me this long, thanks for hanging out with me. We're almost finished, I promise. So Luna Lappin. Making Luna Lappin. Sew and dress Luna a quiet and kind rabbit with impeccable taste by Sarah Peel. I have made several Lunas from this book, and I want to make more. I enjoy sewing. It is a little tedious from time to time, but the results are just gorgeous. Now, I did get Luna Lappin and Friends. You do get the Luna Lappin bunny pattern in this book also, but there's clothes in this book that are not necessarily in this book, or vice versa. And so I wanted this one. This was my first one. And I will post pictures of Luna that I've made. If you like to sew, it's a little tedious, but I'm sure you can do it. Also, I got this one, Sewing Luna Lappin's Friends. Over 20 sewing patterns for heirloom dolls and their exquisite handmade clothes. I sewed mine on the sewing machine. I've yet to hand sew it. One day I would love to slow down and hand sew them. And I think that would be a great project also. So the next, I just love all of them. I don't know which one I would do next. I think the little mouse. Helen from the Mouse Makes podcast. No, Mousy Makes. You know the drill. She's made this little mouse, and I'll link her video down below. And so yeah, this is another one I'm happy to have in my crafting library. Last but not least, I did buy this 24 content calendar for crocheters with all the intentions of being organized and bringing you the best videos and great ideas. And I used it a couple times. That was it. It's just, yeah. But a lot of patterns, I mean, I'm not going to some people have really worked out of this book and kept up with everything. I'm sure I have not. I start out with good intentions and then I just kind of go my own way. It's like, oh, I forget what I have. But you can go. She does offer you patterns in this book. And this might work great for you to help you stay organized. That was January. I say go for it. See, I did start off really great. And then, like January diets and things do, I didn't keep up with it. But I will keep this book because there's patterns suggested in there. And there might be some things in here that I've been looking for and want to make. I'll make. I think that is it, y'all. I appreciate you hanging out with me this long. And sorry it took so long. That's all my books. Yeah, I think so. That's all of my books. Part 1, Part 2. This is Part 3. Now, I do have some on my Amazon wish list. So if I get some more for Christmas, I'll share those with you also. Thanks for hanging out with me. Y'all are the bestest. Y'all my besties. And I wish y'all a great rest of your day, morning, night, whenever you may be watching this. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.